moments of Dragon Ball action, scale, and lore, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh my
Dragon
god,
Ball
what is this?
FighterZ
Okay,
takes a
wait, I gotta
unique
watch
approach
this.
to
Analog Superman vs. Goku isn't close by long stakes. And I love Goku, I love Superman. I have heard of Analog Superman, but I've never looked into it. I just seen the pictures where it'd be like a death evil version of Superman or something. But you already know the original video is in the description below. Make sure you hype up the video, like, comment, subscribe. And without further ado, let's get it!
Analog horror has quickly become one of the most diverse
Analog
genres
horror.
of
What
video
is
you can
analog horror, by the
possibly
way?
find on the
What is
internet. You
that?
can find analog horror series for everything from Family Guy to Sonic the Hedgehog to freaking Teletubbies. Pretty much no series or character has avoided the analog horror treatment.
Okay, but
So,
what does
as it's
analog horror
October,
mean?
aka
What
Spooky
does that
Month, and
mean?
with Halloween being right around the corner, I thought it would be a perfect time to potentially scale
What is
some
that?
analog horror series.
Is that
And what
analog
is a
horror?
better matchup than taking the biggest versus debate of all
Goku versus
time,
Superman.
Goku versus Superman, and
Goku
analog
wins easily.
horrifying it? As it turns out,
Goku
there
beats
are a
Superman.
bunch of different series
Not
and
easily, but he
videos right
will.
here on YouTube that take both Goku and Superman and give them the analog
Oh my
horror
god.
treatment. So how strong are these
Oh my god, he just
monstrous
bit
and evil
Goku's arm. Look at this Superman. This is what I mean when I said you would see deathly ghost versions of Superman. Yeah, this is terrifying. Look at his face, look at his eyes. And then he's shushing you. Why would Superman need to shush you? Superman can do whatever he wants. Why would he need you to be quiet for what he's about to do to you? That just means it's gonna be dastardly.
versions of the Man of Steel, and ultimately, how do they compare to the horrifying interpretations of Goku? Let's find out. If you like this kind of stuff, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's jump right in. This video also features the work of a lot
Let's
of
do
different
it.
people here on
Or
YouTube,
let's
so
get
please make
it.
sure to check out their channels because this video can't exist without the
Wait,
hard
this is
work
from
of
Dragon
the
Ball
fellow
Infinite World. I remember this. This opening right here is from Dragon Ball Infinite World. This was like the last of the PS2 era Budokai games, and Infinite World was amazing.
Now, for this video, we will be covering multiple analog horror series, all found right here on YouTube, putting an analog horror Superman up against an analog horror Goku. If the Superman
He put analog Goku. He just put a picture of Turles. Do you think all Saiyans look alike? Because that is clearly not Kakarot.
is stronger, he gets put up against a
And then this is aura farming Superman. This is the one who'll let a whole building blow up just so he can use the cake technique.
different Goku, or vice versa, until we find who hopefully is truly the strongest in the realm of analog horror. Ultimately, there are far more analog horror series covering Superman rather than Goku, so I'm not going to be able to cover them all, but regardless,
I didn't even know
let's
Goku
begin
had
with
analog
the Superman
horror.
analog horror video made by the YouTuber Randomizer 209 with DC Earth A, Superman. Now, this brief
Okay.
3-minute
Okay.
video completely reimagines what Superman could be by asking the very simple question: what if Superman was not like a human at all, but was still a hero? In this series, a mysterious
So like
shooting star
Brightburn?
appears
Wait, what do
above
you mean?
Smallville,
Oh,
and then,
so
in
is
the
he gonna
coming
be like a
decades,
different
a
alien?
mysterious cryptid appears known as the Goat Hopper of Smallville, but eventually becomes the Spider Owl of Smallville. The images are left vague, but this non-humanoid version of Superman resembles nothing like a real person, being some weird
It
flying
looks like a
spider.
giant
But
tentacle
despite
monster.
how he looks, he actually remains a hero,
Wait, I'm a
taking
spider.
down criminals within
I'm a spider.
Kansas. It's hard to get a good look at him at this video, but I went ahead and upped the brightness on this main shot of him. I think the intention isn't to make him resemble Superman in any way, which I think is pretty cool. It's here though where the Superman
He really
cryptid
doesn't.
gets his best feat, where he seemingly tears apart a getaway truck and leaves it in pieces all over a neighborhood. Now, assuming that Superman did most of the destruction of the
That's pretty
truck in
weak
a
for
single
Superman.
attack, which is implied given the short time frame and how no one saw him do it, to reduce a car to fragments, let alone a truck, is already a small building level feat. As we'll see for most of the series today, unfortunately,
Yeah, but that's
scaling
pretty weak for
speed is
Superman.
pretty much impossible. It's implied though that this Superman cryptid was at least able to easily get around all of Kansas, so maybe they were flying around at subsonic speed. But that's all we
Wait,
can
can
say
he
while
fly
being
or
charitable.
does he
So
just
how
jump?
does DC Earth A Superman compare to the first analog horror Goku of this video, Keith, from the aptly named Dragon Ball Analog Horror? This series was made by the YouTuber Sackboy, and I do feel obligated to say say that this series clearly uses AI images, which I really
Look at
can't
that
approve of,
Vegeta.
which is particularly unfortunate because I think the best episodes and moments of the series come when not using AI. Still, what's this series and how strong is the analog horror Goku here? In this series, scientists discover a mysterious element that mutates humans and turns them into essentially mentally insane mutated super soldiers. In this series, normal people, like some random guy
Oh,
named
so that's what
Keith, become
Saiyans
the
are on this
main
one?
Dragon Ball characters like Goku, Vegeta, Krillin, Broly, Bulma, and Chi-Chi. They essentially form a
Wait,
gang,
so are
going
they
around
really
beating up
them?
people
Or
and
are they
slowly
like...
taking over a city and eventually forming a cult that worships them. Ultimately, though, for a series based on Dragon Ball, the power scaling is really weird. Multiple times throughout the story, the supposed super soldiers
Wait,
who
so
can
can he go
fire
Super Saiyan?
Kamehamehas and have actual unquantified power levels, we can't really equate them to power levels from the original series, fail to successfully defeat a normal person. At this point, multiple people have
What do
managed
you
to
mean? What
escape
normal
the
person?
Saiyans, survive getting attacked by them, dodge their attacks, and survived being hit by them directly, which somehow makes the whole super soldier thing
Which
really
means...
questionable. So
So that basically means that this version of them cannot stand up to the Spider Superman thingy. And that's basically what
when
this
some
means.
characters say stuff like they're gonna blow up the planet, it seems incredibly unlikely that they're supposed to be taken seriously
Well,
and are
yeah, they
probably
can't.
just insane.
They can't blow up
Instead,
the
the
planet if
best
they're
feat
getting
so
beat up by
far is
normal
when a
people.
mutated lizard, who in this universe is actually supposed to be Frieza, shows up and instantly vaporizes someone with a laser beam from their fingers. This is a good feat for two reasons, as
Oh,
it
he
was
used the death
established that
beam?
their attacks are indeed beams of energy, and also vaporizing a human is weirdly impressive. Based on calculations, this would come out to small building level in power, which is actually the same level of
Oh,
strength
really?
as Earth A Superman. So
But, I
who would win
mean,
then? Well,
isn't
physically,
Frieza
analog horror
stronger
Goku
than
would
them?
probably be inferior to Superman, given how fraudulent they are when fighting normal people. That being said, their energy blasts are both faster and probably stronger than a Superman could do, especially if
So
they are
then,
actually light speed
they just
lasers,
have to
and
get
due to
one
the fact that a
Kamehameha off?
casual blast is
If
comparable
he
to
only
Earth
has to
A
get off one
Superman's best
Kamehameha,
feat.
then...
Also, they have better durability
But
feats,
Superman
with
should be
Frieza
fast enough
again
to
being
dodge
stated
it,
to
right?
pretty much be immune to firearms and potentially explosives being used on him. So, analog horror Goku, especially with the other Saiyans, would likely be able to pull a win against Earth A Superman. So, what's the next strongest analog
Wait, but
horror
I thought it was a
Superman?
1v1.
The
I thought it was
horrifying
a
Superman we're
1v1.
going to talk about next is Superman from the
The
Injustice
Injustice
tapes
tapes.
by the YouTuber The Liminal Smasher. Now, on the surface, this Superman
Ooh,
seems
another
far
spider.
more in line with the one we're all familiar with. In this universe, Superman appears to be a very generic version of the character, the kind we first imagine when we think about Superman. However, this series follows an
So then how
investigation
does
by
it
the
go wrong?
FBI, who begin to suspect that this Superman is more sinister. Several gruesome events have been linked back to Superman, most notably a school bus full of children burning down with a Superman symbol burned on the inside. In an interview with a man
He
named
could be
Colonel
like
Zod,
framed. He
he
could be
reveals that
framed.
most of the crimes he has been arrested for were actually done by Superman, not himself, and that he actually eats people. In a horrifying twist, the interviewer turns out to be Clark Kent, who had infiltrated the
Oh
investigation on
no.
himself,
Oh no.
cornering the
Oh no. Wait, but isn't Zod just as strong as Superman? So why would he need to hide
head of
from
the
him?
investigation and revealing his plan and identity as Superman. Superman explains that he's essentially getting everyone to love him so that he can wipe out the planet of life and leave the planet a disfigured husk.
Wait,
He then goes on to
wait.
brutally kill the
Why do you want to
investigator
wipe out
and
the
leave
planet?
this horrifying picture behind. Now, we have two measures to go off of here for this
Yeah,
Superman.
that picture was
Firstly, he is
horrifying.
directly described as seemingly limitless in his abilities. Now, obviously, this does not mean he's a universe buster or anything, but I think it's safe to say that this puts him beyond anything humans are capable of, aka nuclear bombs or anything similar. This would put this Superman at
Oh
city
yeah, a
to
nuke would
mountain
never hurt
level at
Superman.
best, compared to the strongest nuclear bomb, the Tsar Bomba. You can also say this might put him beyond any earthly phenomena, which would put him above things like the highest magnitude 10
Yujiro.
earthquakes, which range from island to continent level
I
in
mean,
power.
Yujiro stopped
This
the
is
earthquake with a
supported by
punch
what
though, so
Superman
it's
says
that's
as
not
he
that
reveals
impressive.
his true nature as
Wait, who wins? Who wins? Analog horror Superman or lore accurate Yujiro? Who wins that fight? Analog horror Superman or lore accurate Yujiro Hanma? Who wins that fight? Honestly, I have my money on Yujiro. The power of schizophrenia is just too high.
He says that he can disfigure the planet, which is usually defined as ruining by causing deep injuries to. Therefore, to disfigure something on the planetary scale would at bare minimum require continental power for it to really be considered a deep injury. Like Earth A Superman, in Justice Tape, Superman doesn't really have any speed feats, unfortunately. Regardless, could he be analog horror Goku? Obviously. While technically Analog Horror Goku has those planet-busting statements, this is contradicted by pretty much every single other thing they do, so while Superman's planet
He
disfiguring
got beat up
statements
by a
are less
human.
impressive, those statements are not contradicted by lower-end showings, as they are instead supported by outsider statements.
Oh my
We
god,
got
this picture is
building-level
cursed.
Goku up against probably continent-level Superman. It's not close. So now we gotta find a stronger Analog Horror Goku, and there's only one more place to go. Now, of all the series I'm going to talk about today, there's only two that I will 100% ask you to go watch the entire thing after this video. And the
Oh
first
my
one is
god.
Kunzoku-Mado's
Oh my
Dragon
god, why
Ball
does he have like
Brothers. This
Ginyu
analog
horns?
horror series is completely drawn by this artist and features genuine moments of Dragon Ball action, scale, and lore. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh my
Dragon Ball
god, what is
Brothers
this? Okay,
takes
wait,
a
I gotta
unique
watch
approach
this.
to analog
That one
horror by
actually looks
actually
pretty cool.
setting it within the original work rather than just an alternate universe. This story takes place in a fused anime and manga continuity of Dragon Ball Super, taking place directly after the
Okay.
events of Dragon Ball Super
Oh wait,
Superhero.
guess.
In this story, beings from the Dead Zone begin sneaking into the main universe. These beings have the unique ability to drain the strength and abilities of the people that they look like, and just so happen to resemble the strongest fighters on the planet. This is particularly bad for Goku, who has more lookalikes in Dragon Ball than anyone else, with Bardock, Ginyu,
Oh,
Turles,
that's
Goten,
true.
and Goku Jr. all appearing as these evil doppelgangers.
Oh, that's true.
Goku gets jumped by these copies and loses all of his strength, with the same happening to many of the other characters, including Broly and Vegeta, who all have plenty of copies throughout the series. Now, this story is still ongoing, and we haven't even met the main threat yet, but the strength of the others
It's still
are pretty
going?
clear,
I
as
wanted
the
to
story
read it
takes
or watch
place
it.
with anime and manga material, and is supposedly right after canon events, the power scaling would be the same as normal Dragon Ball. Now, the power of
Oh,
the
so that
others
means
does
they're
get
like
divided amongst the
multiversal
many
level.
Deadite Goku clones, but we see that the Goku Black clone is capable of using Goku's Super Saiyan Blue power, which would be a massive portion of his strength, so it's safe to say that the strongest analog horror Gokus are low multiversal or multiversal just like mainline Goku. Now, obviously,
Yeah, this
this
is
is a
bad. The universe is
ridiculous
over.
jump in power, with these doppelgangers obviously being far beyond Injustice Tape Superman. So, is Goku the winner in the realm of analog horror? Well, there's one
Well,
more
no, there's another Superman, isn't
Superman-ish
there?
character
I
I'd like
knew
to
it.
talk
I
about,
knew it.
the last son of Alcatraz. Now, I've discussed my love for the Monument Mythos before, but this is my favorite and, in my opinion, the best analog horror series in history. Now, there is a lot of lore to cover, but here's what you need to know.
Okay.
At the end of the second
So,
season, a higher dimensional being known as the Horned Serpent blew up the Earth and caused the entire multiverse to
okay.
collapse in on itself, resulting in the third season taking place in a new reality known as the Nixonverse. In this universe, some carryovers from the previous
like
multiverse exist,
like
notably
Nixon,
the
the
last
president?
son of Alcatraz,
Like Richard
who is
Nixon?
clearly an analog to Superman. Now, a lot of stuff happens to this poor guy, like getting hit with a nuclear bombardment, his eye getting ripped out, and getting brainwashed into thinking he's
Wait. How did his eye get ripped out if he's supposed to be like Superman level? That
Jesus
shouldn't
Christ.
work.
Finally, he gets forcibly empowered by a bunch of aliens from the moon and becomes an entity known as the
Oh.
Crescent King, a being who seemingly rivals the Horned Serpent in power, as it's stated this form is the return of the Horned Serpent and that a physical battle with him would result in the same cataclysm from the previous appearance of the Serpent. Now, I've gone over the scaling of Goku versus the Monument Mythos
So if you
before,
fight him,
and
it's
what I
gonna
said
like
pretty much goes for here
reset
as
the
well.
universe?
As the Crescent King, the last son of Alcatraz, would pretty much be on the exact same multiversal tier of power as Goku, or in this case, Deadite Goku. However, the difference here is that the
Yeah,
last
that
son, or
Deadite
the
Goku
Crescent
thing
King,
is
would
crazy.
have far more abilities than Deadite Goku, who really hasn't done much besides standing around and draining energy from.
Actually, no, Deadite Goku should win because if they're on similar levels of power, and this is a mixed continuity with the anime and the manga, that means Deadite Goku has Hakai. And Hakai is just a GG no Ri. Like if you get Hakai'd, you're just gone. Even if you're in like multiversal levels of power. So this is actually a bad one because Deadite Goku could just Hakai him.
Goku, something it wouldn't be able to do to the last son anyways. So ultimately, Analog Horror Superman would be stronger if we use a guy who is kind of like Superman and also in the form where he no longer resembles Superman in any way. Either way though, we are not surviving. If you made it this far, thank
Oh
you so
my
much for
god, that
watching.
picture.
And as always,
That
thank you to my
picture is
members for supporting the
terrible.
channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Shinron!
See ya.
Well, okay then. So I just learned some stuff about analog horror, and I'm probably gonna look into that more, which is probably gonna give me nightmares. But yeah, I still think Goku takes it with the Hakai. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. The original is in the description below, and yeah. Later, losers. KuroKumo out.